So Real Broker has done something that no other brokerage has ever done, and in my opinion, ever will do, and that is become a financial tech company on top of the real estate brokerage. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, so let's get into it. So if you haven't heard it already, Real has launched their Real Wallet system. And the thing about this is it doesn't change anything about how you do your day-to-day business, but it drastically can change the way that your fees and the way that your experience here at Real can be in the long run, and here's how. So when it comes to Real Wallet, it's just like it sounds. It is a wallet within Real Broker that you have, and it's essentially just a bank account. So think your American Express, your Capital Ones, Adventure cards, whatever the case is. When you swipe those cards, you're accruing points because there is a merchant fee attached to each transaction. And on those merchant fees, you get part of it as points, and then the company that you're using retains a part of those points. Well, in the same token, now Real, with Real Wallet, they are doing the same thing. So anytime that you're utilizing your Real debit card, that merchant fee gets split half with Real and half with you, and so you're accruing points over time by just doing your daily transactions that you would on any other account. So as you can see, it's already something that benefits us as agents just by having your account. And the other side of that is with Real Wallet is you can have a profit first model when it comes to your banking by splitting your commission automatically between your operating account and a tax planning account. And this is something I think is invaluable for agents because we're notorious for not preparing enough when it comes to taxes, and now you don't even have to think about it. So anytime you get paid your commission, you can adjust whatever your percentage is, but that percentage can automatically go to your tax planning account. So whether it's quarterly or yearly contributions to the IRS, it's already there. You don't have to worry about digging into your savings or whatever the case is. So it's one of those things that, again, you're not changing anything about your business. All you're doing is opening up your Real debit account and doing your transactions just like you would with any other account, and now you're building up points. So how does the point system look like? So I'm going to pull it up here on my dashboard. And so when you go to your Real Wallet, you can see not only where your balances are at, but you can also see where your rewards points stack up. So as you can see on my shirt, I've actually already hit the gold status. So there's tiers when it comes to the Real Wallet. And so when you go into how they work, anytime that you have a deposit or purchases, you're going to have points that are associated with each of those. And there's different statuses. So you have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And for each level that you unlock, that adjusts the points that you have for every dollar that you have. And so from there, how can you spend the points? So these points can be utilized to offset your brokerage fees. And Real Broker is already known as having the lowest fees and the lowest cap model in the industry when it comes to cap brokerages. But now they're making it even cheaper for you because you can utilize those points that you accrue over time to offset the fees that are already the cheapest in the industry. So whether that's your split, whether that's your brokerage fees, personal deal fees, CBR fees, post-cap transaction fees, or post-elite transaction fees, those points can be utilized towards that. So as you can imagine, over time, as you continue building up your points, you can just save that. So I can save points up until the next year and potentially put myself in a position where once my cap resets, I can use all my points to reset my cap completely. And now I'm working for Real Brokerage for free. And that's something that no other brokerage offers because they know that there's a ton of red tape to get to this point to even have a banking system, let alone set up the debit card system and so on and so forth. And this is just one aspect of the wallet. So not only do you have your operating account and your tax planning account, but they also have Real Capital where you're going to be able to have a line of credit without doing credit pulls, without having to go through any crazy long process. Because Real has all the data on your transaction, your volume amount, and everything else, they will be willing to afford you a line of credit or capital for whatever you want, whether that is improvements on your home, whether that is for marketing expenses, whatever you have, you can request for a line of capital that you will get from Real Broker without a credit check, and now you have an additional capital resource. And then the next thing that they're working on is building up for a real credit card, where again, you're doing your normal transactions. You're just swiping your credit card just like you would any other credit card. But now again, you're accruing points within the brokerage that can offset your fees. So as you can see, this is already a huge plus for agents that are here at Real. But then on the other hand, the other side that people aren't considering is what that's doing for our valuation. Because if you know anything about the stock market, it's continuously going up and down. And right now, brokerages are notorious for not being very heavily looked at on the public trading floor because of their historical downfall when it comes to profitability. But now, Real is not just a real estate company, but they're also a fintech company. And if you know anything about fintech, that is what a lot of people are putting their focus on because of the value that it has long term. So now, instead of just being a brokerage getting paid commissions that they're paying out to the agents and only retaining a small portion and not having a high profitability, now we're also a fintech company where the money's being held so the valuation continued to go up. And so as a stockholder within Real, because as you do in transactions, if you reach any of the elite agent status and you're getting these stock awards, that stock can continuously go up because now Real is not just a real estate company, they're also a fintech company. So for me, this is something that's super exciting for not only myself, but also the future of real estate and real estate brokerages, because I think that Real is setting the bar on what the future looks like. And to be honest, for all the work that it took to get here, I don't foresee another brokerage doing this anytime soon. So with that being said, there's going to be more updates to follow, but if you have any questions, shoot me a DM. And if you're interested in Real Broker, hit the link below and let's talk about how Real Broker can help you in your business. Till next time, my name is Dylan Hernandez, Marine Corps veteran turned real estate professional, and I help my clients and agents dominate the real estate industry.